Time is a precious commodity. People use it for all sorts of things. Some use it for work and other responsibilities. Me? I'm going to use time to talk to some really awesome people. I'm Sergio Barrera, and this is A Few Minutes With. Hey everyone, this is A Few Minutes with Susan. Hello.
Hello, Sergio. Good evening. How are you, friend?
I am doing okay.
What?
that was so. What's the word I'm looking for? Formal.
Yeah. And
happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It is the 7th of November. First off, can we just start with the simple fact that it's already November?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. I'm just saying.
I know. I know it's cliche to say things like that, especially this time of year, but I really feel like this year has just blown by.
Yeah.
At a pace I wasn't ready for. So.
Yeah. It's been really fast. Like I feel like so many things happened this year, but like no time has passed at all. Like they just went quick.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't know about you, but this past weekend when the time changed, completely forgot about it. Like I had I think the only reason I noticed it was because I felt rested, and I'm like, well, this is different. Something happened.
You slept in.
So I mean, sleeping in for me is instead of 6:30, I woke up at 7:30, but but yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are live once again. We were pre-recorded last week,
yes.
and that was new, and so I hope people enjoyed the broadcast last week. And if you haven't, well, shame on you.
Go check it out. It's on.
You should.
It's amazing. It's hilarious. You should see it.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we did our first reaction video, and I don't know about anybody else, but I had a great time, and I hope they check it out. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some folks in the chat already. I want to say hi to Captain Sparkle Pants and our friend Savage. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
And being here. As we, you know how our tagline, Susan, is a podcast about everything?
Podcast about everything.
I honestly don't know where we're headed tonight. So it's been a busy few days.
It has. So I know at least the last few days for me have been really hectic in terms of just like work and then what I'm doing at home. I've been making costumes.
We'll talk about that.
I've been working on mine since I got home today.
We'll get into that in just a little bit, but needless to say, it's been a busy few days. So
yeah,
but I do have a bit of a loose agenda. So I threw some stuff on paper here in the last probably hour or so, and it was like, we'll see what happens. So.
And we're not going to tell Susan.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. Well, no, I mean, it's stuff you're not going to be surprised when the stuff comes up because we've talked about it before. But it's one of those things where one of the things I love about our show is that we don't always need to have like this massive major plan. Sometimes we have topics we want to talk about that we know, hey, this is going to be our thing to discuss. Like next week, we already know, and we'll talk about what that's going to be. But we already know what's going to happen next week. And I'm going to mess with my light here for just a second because it's driving me crazy. That's way too bright. That's just going to have to do. But yeah, so, let's just see where we head tonight and what goes on. Susan, I want to begin by first asking you a question as to, I feel like we're at our best, you and I, when we are on the same side of an issue.
Uh-oh.
Although I don't mind debating you on things. I think we've done that plenty on this show. But I need to know.
Uh-oh.
And this question I'm about to ask you could very well decide the future of the show. And no pressure. But where do you land when it comes to eggnog?
Okay.
Because I'm going to enjoy in front of everyone my very first eggnog of the season. Because damn, it's been too long.
I don't. Well, For a very long while, I could not stand eggnog because I worked at a certain international coffee chain. And during the holiday season, there is an eggnog latte. Now, it's not straight eggnog.
Did it rhyme with bar chunks?
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it did. And it was eggnog, half milk that we had to mix every morning and throughout the day as needed. But normally, when you steam milk, it kind of makes like a screaming sound, a little bit like eggnog and all other more viscous milks.
Nog type products
made it scream even louder, and it was terrible. And the smell of eggnog getting very warm and burning almost, not a fan. So actually last year, Cap Sprout Queens and I made our own eggnog, and it was phenomenal. So,
I remember that. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
How did I not remember?
I don't know.
Well, I'm happy to know that you are team eggnog because that's very important to me.
And to be fair, like even if I wasn't team eggnog, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. So enjoy what you like.
But it's best. I mean, it's a good thing that we're on the same team. So
true.
You're not gonna what? Yuck my what?
Yuck your yum.
Ah, okay. Does that mean like ruin my sense?
Harsh your mellow.
Harsh my mellow. See, that I understand. That I do understand.
I'm not gonna diss what you dig. I made that one.
You're on a bit of a roll. You're on a bit of a roll. So
you should call me Butter, because I'm on a roll.
Wow. Okay. Well, that ended that. I'm trying to figure out why Captain Sparkle Pen said homemade eggnog only. Not sure what that means, but
you know exactly what it means.
I know nothing. Doja. So eggnog then. Eggnog is one of those. It's a very divisive food item.
Indeed, I know quite a few people who can't stand eggnog.
But it seems to be this thing where I'm always surprised at how visceral people's reaction is to eggnog, and I've always wondered what it is about this particular drink. I for some it's the texture, for others it's the flavor. But I do know that mixed with Southern Comfort, it's even better. So
yeah. Just like when you make homemade hot chocolate, Fireball makes it better.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I don't like peppermint schnapps, so that's not happening. But peppermint schnapps in your hot chocolate is apparently incredible. I don't do peppermint.
I mean, hot chocolate and Baileys is where I land, or coffee and Baileys. So
that's how actually I drink my coffee in the morning. Well, we don't use Baileys. We use the much more delicious or cheaper beverage called Carolans Irish cream. It's
okay. And how do you feel about that?
Amazing.
Savage says definitely the texture for me. I can't drink buttermilk or anything. Ooh.
People drink buttermilk by itself.
That's new to me. I'm not. What is it? I'm not dissing your dig or whatever.
I'm not yucking your yum.
Whatever Susan said. But yeah, people drink buttermilk. Comment on that, please. Tell us, teach us, show us what we do not know.
See, to me, buttermilk, it goes in fried chicken batter, and it goes in pancake batter.
That's how I know it.
The way that I make it, you put whole milk and you put 2 tablespoons of vinegar or lemon juice, and then you wait for it to thicken up a little bit. That's not a thing. No.
Interesting. She says, "My grandpa does," and that makes sense to me. That does seem like a grandparent kind of thing.
You enjoy it to your heart's content. I will stand far over there.
Yeah,
on the other side of the room.
I don't mind the texture of it, and I love the flavor, and I feel like there's so much that can be done with it that I haven't yet done. Like I want to make an eggnog cheesecake. I want to make eggnog. Oh shoot! It just left my mind. Cheesecake And like I want to do. I've never made homemade ice cream, but I've always wanted to make eggnog ice cream because I have had eggnog ice cream, and I think I can do better. So,
yeah, I think you can. We have an ice cream maker.
Say it with me. Of course,
fuck you.
You do.
Let me tell you a story about that.
My goal is to get one in every show from now on.
I like to be relatable and say, "Hey, I understand what you're talking about."
So
I say things
good
like
save.
that.
Perfect save. All right. Well, yeah. So eggnog is the theme of today's show, and not buttermilk. So, but yeah, it's one of those things that people are split on, and I love talking about division. So, but yeah. So what is your go-to holiday beverage? Do you have one? Is there something you look forward to? Or even if you want to sort of broaden the scope on the question, Susan, do you have a cuisine or a drink or food item that you only have once a year because it's connected to something?
I mean, I would say like hot chocolate is the thing that we drink around the house. I don't. And for what I said earlier with, Fireball and or peppermint schnapps, I don't drink anything in it. I just like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
But that said, that's not just holiday.
Right.
The only thing that I can think of, and it's available year round, but at Starbucks they have a you can get a steamed apple cider. So it's basically just apple juice that they've heated up, and then they put whipped cream on top of it and sprinkle spices on it.
That sounds amazing.
It's good. It's very good. I'm trying to think. I don't do pumpkin spice lattes, especially from there, because of again working there for 6 years. You get a certain distaste for flavors.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, like I had my first plate of tamales way earlier this year than normal. Last year I didn't get tamales until literally Christmas evening. It was a Christmas dinner thing, and normally I don't have tamales. I mean, tamales is a big thing, in the realm of my people, and so and as such, I don't see them as something to have like throughout the year. And so when tamale season hits, I'm very excited, but for some reason, the last couple of years, it wasn't until much later. And literally on Christmas Day was when I first had tamales last year. No, this year I've already had my first plate, and I'm thinking I need to make up for the last few years. So
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I think it's a good idea.
That's my
What's your go-to tamale filling?
It's see, here's the thing.
Divisive.
When you're married to Jen, the answer is chicken. But in my own world of living the way I want to live, pork. They got to be pork tamales. And although she introduced me to bean and jalapeno tamales, like I'd never had them before. And they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Not just phenomenal. They're phenomenal. They're fantastic. So yeah, bean and jalapeno, chicken I love. And it really depends where you get them. Like, I don't know if you have a go-to place.
I have a go-to
but
lady.
Pork is that's my first love, because that's what I grew up with as a kid. So
yeah. I've made them, and I do the green chili pork is like my favorite thing. And then there's a lady in the neighborhood that sells them, and she posts on Facebook, order whatever by the dozen kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she makes a really good, I think hers is actually like bean and cheese and chicken or something like that. It's really amazing.
Nice.
So it's pretty good.
It gets expensive though.
Yeah.
I memean, I don't mind paying a higher price for like homemade.
Yeah.
But like I was in HEB this past weekend, and HEB has a decent tamale. I mean, I'm not gonna, or tamal, I guess it's but they're pricey, like $12 for a dozen, which I know these days 12 is probably low for what some places charge. But But I will say HEB, their line of tamales, whatever.
Tamales.
They're delicious. They're pretty good.
Have you had HEB's sweet tamales? They have a cinnamon and cream cheese tamale.
I have not, and that sounds absolutely.
It's amazing. You have to. I will buy them. I will buy a package, and I will. You can try one. You can try just one bite. Just
maybe during our holiday episode, which will occur the week before the Christmas holiday. And we also want to acknowledge that folks celebrate in different ways and different holidays. But why don't we plan to do that, because that would be something weird to do on the last show of the year. So
yes, I will buy them, and I will give you Antimal.
And
because you don't need. I mean, because if you don't think you're gonna like it,
right? No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Why buy a whole package?
Yeah, no, I am curious. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I am curious as to what that would be like. So
very good.
Yeah, that would be very, very interesting. Hey, before I forget, I wanted to share something with you. Just in case you forgot.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
I'm just, I want to make sure people stay inspired that with hard work, any skill can be achieved. So again, how people were able to get footage of me, I don't know, but my deep fake Jeremy Renner, just so I could disguise my identity. So there you go. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you hadn't forgotten about that.
So next time I visit, I'm going to find that file on your computer and delete it.
You won't. You won't. Twill not happen.
Okay. All right.
Twill not happen. But hey, do you remember a few months ago, probably now, we had a conversation about how you put shoes and socks on?
Yes.
Do you recall that? Can you share with the world your approach to shoes and socks?
Evidently, I'm a sociopath because I put a sock on and then a shoe on and then a sock on and then a shoe on. And there's reasons for it. So.
And the reasons being?
I'm fat and lazy. If I pick up my leg, if I'm sitting down, I pick up my leg, I'm going to put my sock on. And while I've still got my leg up, I'm going to put my shoe back on, because otherwise I put my leg down and then I pick it back up again to put my shoe on. So why do more work?
Right.
Yeah.
We do not agree on that. And neither does Savage, because she says, "Oh no, not again." Although I forget which one she does, but I'm using that as a leaping point into the question I want to bring to you today, because the other day I love me a good biscuit with butter and butter and jelly and what is it? There's preserves and there's jellies. Somebody will talk about that. So when you like biscuits?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so when you prep a biscuit, I was actually prepping my biscuit and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, I wonder, assume that we both separate the biscuit, obviously, right? To its top and bottom. Do you butter jelly, or do you butter, and then jelly?
It depends.
Talk to me.
Here's the deal. If I am, I don't know.
What, think about it, and what is your?
Because it's okay. So I'm going to say the majority of the time it's butter, jelly, eat. Butter, jelly, eat.
Okay.
Like I got it. I'm like, ooh, this is delicious. I need to put it in my face now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean.
So butter, jelly, then butter, jelly?
Butter, jelly, eat, butter, jelly, eat. And I have a follow-up question when we're done with this one.
Well, wait. So butter, jelly, eat, or butter, jelly, eat?
Butter, jelly, eat, butter, jelly, eat.
Oh, okay. So you leave one hanging out by itself lonely.
Yeah.
Hoping that it's also going to get attention.
I mean, because here's the thing. Sometimes you don't have space for that extra half. And sometimes I want honey on that other half.
Can you use the same utensil for both butter and jelly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Well, okay.
You are just chaos.
Here's so in my mind, I'm thinking of in my for example, work cafeteria where they have a pat of butter in a little thing and a little pat of jelly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scooping it out with the knife and putting the butter down and then the jelly. And so I'm not cross-contaminating.
In the cafeteria where I work, we have forks and knives and a variety of utensils. And so I need to have a knife for the butter and a spoon for the jelly. And I go butter, jelly, eat. Because it's one butter per side. So that little packet you talked about. And it's one jelly per side.
Right.
Okay. Now, please don't forget your question, but I do have a dotted line question to this as well.
Okay.
Because you said you do like jelly, right?
I do.
So do you know those? Ours are the rectangular packets, and I've only ever seen grape, strawberry, and mixed berry. Do you know which ones I'm referring to?
Yeah, the little Smuckers.
The rectangular ones. Yeah, there you go, Smuckers. Of those three choices, of which I've never seen any other, I think I've seen apple, but of those three choices, grape, strawberry, or mixed berry, what's your go-to?
Chaos. I do usually. I mean, it changes. It doesn't. It's not always the same. I would say majority of the time mixed berry.
Okay. All right.
Or strawberry.
Make a choice.
Mixed berry. I don't eat butter and I don't eat biscuits with butter and jelly very often.
Wait, but you just said you have a method and everything.
When I eat them in a certain way.
Okay. Mixed berry all the way every time.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Shut the fuck up.
Was that's what you told me to listen for?
Yes. Hey.
Okay. Kevin Parker says butter only for him?
Yeah, he doesn't eat cooked fruit.
Okay.
No. Pardon me. Commercially available cooked fruit. If someone were to make preserves or a pie that is made from scratch, that our fruit is fresh and then made into something, that's different.
Got it.
Yeah. It's no bueno.
Got it. That makes sense. Unfortunately, Savage says that she's never seen mixed berry.
That's sad.
And as I mentioned a moment ago, Kevin Sparkle Pants, as you explained it, butter only for him. Yeah, it's got to be butter and it's got to be mixed berry for me. On the days where big mixed berry is not available, then I settle for grape.
Okay. Okay. So follow-up question that is actually not related to what I was thinking was the original question that I had. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, your go-to jelly.
Oh, grape. Grape. Got to be grape. If I have strawberry in the house and that's all I've got, obviously I'll do it. But if it's mine to choose for the rest of my life, then it's peanut butter and grape jelly, without a doubt.
I like apple
toast
butter.
Or no toast. Apple butter on peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter.
You've never had that?
I've never combined the two because I love them both passionately, and I would never think to contaminate.
Are missing out.
So you're saying peanut butter on one side, apple butter on the other.
Yeah, and then you go like this.
You're messing with the balance of the universe here.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm about to. I mean, this is another thing that you're gonna have to.
Well, I need to try it. Yeah.
Blow your damn mind.
I've officially finished my first eggnog of the season.
Congratulations! I'm very happy for you.
No, all I need is a tree.
No.
Which I can't have because cats.
Cats. So many cats.
Yeah.
Many cats.
Can't do peanut butter. Uh-oh. See, now I want to know why. Why can't you do peanut butter?
It's kind of a personal question. Speaking of butter,
okay.
Butter of various kinds.
Yeah.
Did you receive a jar of a certain other kind of
now,
butter.
see, listen, I didn't intend to make this episode about food, but you weren't going to let me bring that up on my own.
Nope.
I did. And it's in my cabinet, and I can't reach it. But yes, I got a jar of Biscoff cookie butter. Everybody been talking to me about the cookie butter because I love Biscoff so much. And, or Biscoff cookies, I should say. And I have not opened it yet. So,
wow.
But yes, I do have a jar. You said I needed to film episodes, and I haven't had time to film episodes.
Such a generous gift.
Yes. Welcome to the show, Stormy. There you go.
Leave my camera alone.
Yeah. Apple with Savage says, do the occasional PB&J or apple with peanut butter. Oh, I thought she meant apple jelly. I bet she means apples with peanut butter on them.
Correct. And apple slice.
Too much work. So, wow. Okay. Well, there you go. I love how she has zero regard for you.
She's trying to eat my sandwich is what it is.
Oh. I thought you threw her. I'm like,
no, I sent her in her. There's a bed over here.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, okay. Well, there you go. I had to know the biscuit protocol because butter, jelly, eat is my way. So
okay. So when you make a whole batch, I remembered my question. When you make a whole batch of biscuits, and for example, you're having breakfast with, more than one person, right. More than just yourself. Do you butter all of the biscuits when they first come out of the oven?
No.
But why? Wait. It gets all melty.
No. Are you talking about on the outside?
No.
Why would I split them and butter them for other people?
Put the butter in it. Well, why not?
Because they're capable.
And?
Okay, first of all, if biscuits are part of the mix and I'm having breakfast with other people, you're on your own because I need to get mine warm and have it stay warm. Listen, I make breakfast around here, and I can't tell you how many times that it sounded that was really hard. Well, let me tell you what. That came out way harsher than I intended. But I make breakfast often in my own home, and for Jen as well. And I'll make toast, okay? But I will always serve her food first, and then I get to my bread, and it's time to butter my toast. And it's already like not warm out of the toaster like I like it. And so if it's a biscuit and it's community meal and why would I butter everybody's biscuit? I'm going to butter mine and have it fresh. So,
well, because it's the same reason. Like it's warm. It's warm. It's warm and the butter will get all melty. So you go.
But everybody should have biscuit autonomy.
Okay. Anyway. Stop.
So you make a tray of biscuits, and then you open them all and you butter them. Mm-hmm. Well, but you're a butter fiend. You put butter on everything. So
I do. I put butter on everything.
So wait, but
at Thanksgiving, those rolls with the 3 lines across the top of them. Woo! Sorry, Stormy's getting under the blanket that I have on my lap right now, and that was very tickly.
I don't know what kind of show you think this is, but
So the 3 lines on top.
Yeah, the oh god, they have a name.
They're called brown and serve.
Brown and serve rolls. Yes, thank you.
Yes. So I demand to be in charge of those every year, and the thing that I do is I bake them.
That's so funny, Janet. You and Jen are so the same.
They come out of the oven, and before I even get the hot pad off,
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
I cut lines in all of them, and I put a little pat of butter in all of them, in every single one of them, because that's how you're supposed to eat those.
You slice them top down?
Yeah. Like this.
No, I understand. Okay, that was quite a demo.
Practice. We're going to do practice Thanksgiving in my house this time.
I don't understand that. Okay. Well, hey, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
You butter your bread and your brown and serve rolls the way you need to. Don't
yuck my yum.
Yeah. No, I need to butter stuff when it's warm for myself. Everyone else has to, it's their responsibility to do their thing. So
okay.
But that's just me. So, and there you go. And now, subject change. I have a scenario for you that I'd like us to discuss.
Oh boy!
But we need to share a video with folks. So let's get your typing fingers ready, folks.
What can I say?
Did you see that?
Yep.
Let me play it again for those who may have missed it.
There's no sound though, by the way.
There's no sound?
No audio.
Oh, are you kidding me? I set it for audio.
I'm not kidding.
Well, let me reset it because you need to see this and hear this. So, give me a moment to fix things. Let's see here. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a life dilemma conversation here, and we're going to get people's opinions. Let me know if you can hear it this time. Just nod your head, please. Oops. Let me reset. Oh, people already know what it is. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna pause right there.
Okay.
And so that's you camping, and you open. What do you do?
So
you saw how close it was, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been in a tent? You've been in a tent.
Nope, a couple of times in my life, and the last time was probably 20 years ago.
So, standing up is not really a thing.
Right.
So it brings me closer to my goal, which is to grab my ankles and kiss my ass goodbye.
Be serious. You're in this scenario. You're in this scenario.
I don't know what I mean. I would be like, huh. I would do the same thing, zip it back up and be like, pick up my phone and call my mom and say, I love you. Goodbye. I'm getting eaten by a bear.
Oh, so you're just, that's it. You're like, okay, this is how I go.
Or I'd start. Okay.
I don't even know what the protocol is. Like, what are you supposed to do?
There's different things for different bears. Like one of them you're supposed to play dead, and one of them you're supposed to fight back. Which one that is, I don't fucking know. And also, leave polar bears alone. Like, don't even fuck with those guys.
But pandas are cool.
Yeah, pandas carry. Anyway, so that appeared to be a brown bear or grizzly bear or something like that. But like, depending, I don't remember which one you're supposed to do what. So that's the thing that I would do. And
so you're telling me that there's a bear out there that you're supposed to just fight back?
Not not literally grapple, I mean, like you're supposed to make yourself big and scream and flap your arms and shit.
Interesting.
I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I find that very interesting that would be a suggestion.
Yeah, you just be like, go away, shoo.
And in a video like this, it's like, obviously, well, I was gonna say obviously they made it through because they were able to post the video, although other people these days would probably have found it and posted it anyway. Let's see what happened.
No.
And notice he never zipped it back up. This is where I think this next part is where I think he's insane. He gets out of the tent.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have to at some point, I guess.
I was gonna say, like, what's gonna happen if you're in a tent, or if the bear is? I mean, if he wants to eat you, he's gonna eat you, whether you're in a tent or not.
Oh, agreed. But my point, all I'm saying is, too soon, buddy. Like, too soon.
Well, he's got to see if you're safe. But that's what I'm talking about. See the screaming and the making your, like, the noise. I was telling you, like, there's the thing you're supposed to do.
It's nice to know that if that is a thing to do, that it would just happen naturally for me. That I wouldn't have to sit there and go, is it yellow? So yeah.
Well, and people have, like, you can carry bear, what is it called? Bear mace, bear spray, which is like literally high potency mace. It's like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Or you could just not go camping where there's fucking bears. Just a thought.
Well, I think maybe, I don't believe that this guy was doing that on purpose. Like, I think he just, like, oh shit. The freaky part of the video is indeed when the bear started to rub up against the tent. I was like, oh, this is not. Yeah, there'd be a mess to clean up after for myself. So, but yeah, there you go. I was curious to get your take on bears and what to do. So, I kind of miss Drew. I bet Drew would have had an answer. Like, he would have known which bears to do what. So,
I mean, I've got a snarky answer, but it's not appropriate for the air. But
okay, I was scared to know.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving right along. Hey, have you played any new video games lately?
Me, no.
None?
No.
Well, let me tell you about a little game called Diablo. It's pissing me off. Diablo 4, man. I have played over the last few days several hours, and I'm still not finished with Act 1. I'm just like, it's so freaking long. But the contrast is that it's fun as all get out. Like, I love it. But I'm like, good gravy, can we just get to the end of Act 1? I'm on the second to last quest line for Act 1.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many acts. And guess how many levels I've gotten
78.
without completing that. Huh?
I don't know.
What did you say?
78.
Never mind, Susan.
I don't know.
You would think that in one level you could level up 78 times?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know what kind of games you're playing, but
I don't know. 31. I've never played
31. I have finished other
mean?
games, second or third, two or three chapters, and I'm not at 30. I've gotten 31 levels, and I'm still not finished with the first act.
Sounds like a
I remember when this game told me, you've completed the prologue, and I'm like, that 10 hours was the prologue?
I remember you messaging me and being like, shit. I've been playing since da-da-da-da-da. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's a Diablo game.
I guess. But it's fun, but it's infuriating sometimes because I'm like, and then bosses just, I know we talked about it this weekend, but the bosses are just beyond. So I finally broke down and I looked up a build, and it made a difference in terms of, success against, but there's still major bosses that I need to go back and complete. So I have this string of dungeons behind me where I didn't get the final boss done. So I've got to go back, and I picked up 2 this past weekend. So,
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You don't sound super thrilled about it.
Well, because when you have, I suffer from this thing where I can't be fully satisfied when I realize how long it's taken me to finish something. Like in a video game where you're like, yeah, but how long it took me. It's just, I have this momentary feeling of like awesome. And then I'm like, yeah, but it took me this many hours. So it's kind of funny, but.
Nah, I'm usually like, yeah, finally all those hours were worth it.
What was the last game that you felt like really, really good about your progress in? Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be recently. In your life, what was the game that when you finished it, you were like, damn, that it felt great? Like for me, when I finished Jedi Fallen Order, that was a big, big moment for me because, it was one of the very first story-driven games that I'd completed, like of that style.
Yeah.
And it was such a feeling that I knew that when Survivor came out, I was going to buy it. Like there was no doubt I was going to pay full price. Well, in your gaming life, what games have you played that made you feel that, where you're like, damn, this was worth every second I put into this game?
So, I mean, obviously, like a lot of the Zelda games, I mean, especially because you get to the end of that, you get to the end of the like the temple, and it's like, yeah, get to move on now. But there's actually a game, and I've spoken about it before, Chrono Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple endings to that game, based upon actions that you do in the game.
Yeah.
And I remember I had always gotten the same ending because I'd always missed this one thing. And so when I finally didn't miss it, and I got one of the alternate endings, I was like over the moon.
How many endings does it have potentially?
4 or 5, 17. Okay. I don't know.
17. Are you being sarcastic? I feel like you're being sarcastic.
Well, there's one game that does have like 17 endings.
I can't imagine going through a game that many times just to get a different ending.
There are 13.
Jeez Louise.
In Chrono Trigger. I don't care
how good a game is. I will not be doing that.
Oh my God. And then there's sub endings. So this one, there's ending 1, ending 1A, no. 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E.
No. Once the game's over, it's over as far as I'm concerned. So, how many endings have you seen or have you done?
2 or 3.
2.
No, I've done 3 because there's one of them that you can only get if you complete the game and then you go back in with New Game Plus. And you immediately go for the big bad guy and kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I finished it again.
Yeah. Diablo for me, I think, is going to be the very first game where I'll feel like, you know what, I'll come back to this. I'm going to go play some other games. Because I picked up Assassin's Creed Valhalla finally. I opened that game. I've owned it for a while, and I finally started it this past Sunday. And fun. Lots of fun. I was like, I am sailing a boat. And so it's like it's a beautiful game. It looks great. And the mechanics are fairly straightforward. I know Assassin's Creed. I know the lore of it, surface wise, but enough to know, what it's about. Mm-hmm. And you're the first time you scale to a high point. Because I didn't get to, and I started one, or the first original Assassin's Creed, didn't get that far because I was like, this is so confusing. But in this game, I got to the very first point. It's obviously during the tutorial time.
Yeah.
And the way in which the camera pans back. And you see, I can't even describe. Like I'm sitting here in front of my computer screen, getting exhilarated at the view, and I'm like, I've got to finish Grim Dawn. I've got to go fucking Diablo. Like, what am I doing? Ugh. So
you're a gamer.
I stopped denying that years ago, but 2
years ago. No.
Like, but yeah. Maybe. So I'm going to probably play. But let me try that again because words. I'm going to try one more attempt, and when I say one more, like one more run of attempts at this particular boss in Act 1 of Diablo, because I did some stuff to craft and upgrade and such. Sometime this week, and then after I get back from what we're going to talk about here in a moment, I'm going to pause Diablo, and I'm going to go back to Grim Dawn and finish that, and then do some Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I love all things Vikings and barbarians, and that's what brings us to our next topic of the evening, which is we are going to Ren Festival the Renaissance Festival, Texas Renaissance Festival this weekend. And I'm pretty excited because number one, I want to make sure that I'm fair to myself, that I put this outfit together.
Yes.
Then you made it better. And so I did a lot to bring the pieces together, but you did an amazing job. If you follow me on social media, you know what I'm talking about, because I posted a picture of some of the work that Susan's done to help me with my barbarian outfit, because we're going on Barbarian Invasion weekend.
Invasion.
Yeah, so it's our second time, Susan, going to the Texas Renaissance Festival.
Yes, it is. It is. And actually, when I was talking about, I ended up bringing it up in work at work today. We were talking about stuff, and I mentioned it, and I was able to show pictures of the last time that you and I went, and got an interesting response from one of our patient tags. So if you're not familiar with Renaissance Festival, there are typically corsets and lots of cleavage. So okay. I was showing the picture, and she's like, how? Yeah, all the stuff is going on, and she's like, I'm just still trying to figure out how you smuggled 2 full children in on in your dress. And I was like, 2 full children. I've never thought of them that way. But yeah, it was fun. It was a funny time. I guess you had to be there.
Oh, okay. I just made the connection.
Okay.
She was talking.
I guess you had to be there.
Got it.
Yeah. Talking about my boobs.
So 2 small children. Yeah. So anyway, so that was 2 years ago. This year we decided to go on Barbarian Invasion weekend, which I felt that is the only weekend I have a build that can be, I have a physical build that can be utilized to its full potential. In terms of an outfit, because it's funny, because normally I'm not one to want to do, to dress up for stuff,
right?
But there's something about, I love barbarian and Viking lore, and I was like, man, I want to do this weekend. I really wish that we could do there's like a late night party that is going to be barbarian themed in terms of the events and the things that they'll be doing, but it's really late and we have a drive. But yeah, no, I'm excited because I'm really, really happy. You don't even know, because I wasn't done accessorizing. When you see the final thing, even you, Susan, I think you're going to be impressed. Because I'm excited. And then we agreed that you wouldn't tell me yours until you unveiled it. And so how's that coming along? Are you still happy with your progress?
Yes, I am.
It is totally being sarcastic.
No, I am so excited, because when you came for the fitting, you expressed concern that I wouldn't have time to finish mine. And
because of all the work you've done on mine.
Because of all the work. I mean, just it's yeah. So I and Cab Sparkle Pants also echoed your concern. And I decided to stubborn ass it. So I finished the most challenging / detailed part of my costume. And it looks better than I had expected it to look.
Awesome.
I am so excited. I kind of want to wear it to bed. But I'm not going to, because that would not be smart. But yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah. We will be going this Saturday. Todd Mission, Texas is where it's located, the Texas Renaissance Fairgrounds. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We will be, of course, taking a lot of pictures and posting on our social media. You can find us on Threads there at Sergio the Sexy Potato and at Sousa Bruiser. We are also on Twitter, X, whatever, as well, which we'll post. And if you know us on social media like Facebook and Instagram, I'm sure that we'll be posting on several different places. But we'll do a few posts on the show page for A Few Minutes With, and you guys can check out some of the fun we're having. Yeah. And then, Susan, we have something special planned for next week.
We do.
Don't tell them. Just tell them what we're going to talk about. Just tell them what we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about our experience.
Yeah, we're going to do a recap.
The Renaissance Festival. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
We'll be recapping the Texas Renaissance Festival experience to include food and events and such. That'll be part of our discussion next week. So make sure you make plans to be with us next week as we continue this journey. Susan, I think that it's fair to say that I'm ready for it to be Friday. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I got the last pieces of the accessorizing put together tonight, and so since you have my bag, I gotta wait.
I do.
But it's just like I said, it's accessories. So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you're excited.
My beard is growing out, so I've been fighting the urge to shave because I want to at least have scruff.
Don't shave. So, don't do it.
Yeah. No. I'm beyond the point of wanting to now because I got past the itch phase. So, yep. Well, you don't grow a beard, so you don't know. But.
No, I don't.
But if you did, so
that would be weird.
That would be very weird. Yeah.
No, not a thing.
All right. Well, there you go. We thought we couldn't fill an hour.
I mean, I never doubted us.
No, neither did I. I knew we'd be fine.
You'd be fine.
But as we prepare to land the plane on this episode, remember it's biscuit, jelly, jelly. Eat. That's the right way, not how Susan does it. So
don't yuck my yum.
But we both like eggnog.
We like eggnog. We at least have that in common.
Yeah. Susan, what should the folks do when it comes to our YouTube channel?
Well, you should absolutely follow the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel is what I meant to say. You should also click the notification bell, which is below, because that'll tell you, hey, guess what? A Few Minutes With has put up a new episode, and you should totally check it out right away. And also share it with your friends, because you can't just keep this awesomeness to yourself. You have to spread it around. Spread the wealth.
That's right. Absolutely. Also, don't forget to like this episode. Click that little thumbs up and comment as well. We'd love to hear from you if you want to suggest topics for future shows. If you would like us to discuss any particular items, movies, books, games, whatever. Let us know. Let us know. You've been reading some books.
I have.
I want to talk about that sometime because I'm curious. We'll talk about what we've been reading.
Okay.
But just talk to us, guys. Let us know what you think. We thank those of you who've been in the chat with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out. And Suzer Bruiser, as always, it is a ton of fun doing this with you. So thank you very much.
Yes, I enjoy hanging with you and chatting and such.
Indeed. And arguing. Always arguing, for sure. All right. With that, we tell you, as we always do, you're awesome. You're amazing. And the world's a better place because you are in it. We'll see you next week on A Few Minutes With. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Raccoons.
Raccoons.